first of all, we have actually announced no more than just a few days ago a brand new IP going by Forever Skies, what's described as a survival game at its core. Now, Forever Sky, which was originally titled Project Oxygen, is, as you can see, a first-person player taking place on Earth and set after a global catastrophe. Now, check it out. This game is expected to be released in early access sometime later this year.
They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family.
Now, getting into open world territory, Bethesda's longest anticipated space exploration RPG, Starfield, now has a release date of November 11 this year. And there's also word we're going to see and hear a lot more about this one before its release when Microsoft's E3 2022 hits, probably somewhere around June this year. Anyway, this is what the game is all about. In case you've missed out on, here's a glimpse of its gameplay that they showed off earlier.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Actually, a little less than a month ago, there was the announcement that a new Star Wars game was in development, going by Eclipse, that the game is being developed by the same developer who previously worked on Heavy Rain, and that it'll be taking place roughly 250 years before The Phantom Menace. The first episode touted as a new action-adventure, multiple-character branching narrative game. Well, check it out, this one's yet to actually receive a release date.
Command! This is first platoon! We've lost the square! We can't hold it!
Focus Home Interactive also, no more than a month ago, dropped the announcement of Warhammer 40k's Space Marine 2, a brand new third-person game from the cult classic Space Marine franchise and a brutal gameplay to go with once again. Now, this is the trailer that they came up with and also said the game is coming to the next generation consoles in addition to PCs, not this year, but sometime next year. Check it out.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched.
Right copy. Eagle, Houston, you're a go for landing, over.
Secure station. Unknown vessel approaching. We need first contact protocol.
We have Mass Effect, on the other hand, of course, announced almost 3 years ago, now rumored to be coming out either late this year, which is a lie, or early next year. This game is said to be using Unreal Engine 5. Is it something like the Matrix game that we just saw? I don't think so, but I do know this. Mass Effect 5, or just the Mass Effect, as far as we do know, might actually go up to 2024. So keep it in mind for now. Then we have Everspace 2, which is actually sitting on Steam for precisely a year now with some really good review score as well. In its early access phase though, so in case you're basically new to this, the game is a space shooter, much like the recently released game Chorus. Check it out. You can actually play this game for free right now through its playable demo on Steam, but remember the full game is also coming out early next year. Check it out.
And see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before.
Star Trek Resurgence, however, still in very early stages of development, was one of the titles that made a lot of noise when it was announced this past December from the Telltale folks. So you might as well also go ahead and expect the typical Walking Dead series formula over here, but not for a long time either, because this game's actually dropping in only a few months from now, and another trailer is rumored to be coming our way really soon.
Jara, I need you to do the right thing.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
In the second era of the human empire, sonic matter was discovered in the galaxy of Neteron.
There's also a new horror game in the making called Haunted Space, which is a horror game set in space, obviously, where you can control a spaceship or spaceships from a first-person perspective and third-person in portions is what the game is described as. That is in addition to an online co-op play option. Well, check it out. Haunted Space releases on PCs first, then the next generation consoles, and it's set to be coming out real soon.
There it is. The biggest death trap in all history. And the Duke's headed into its jaws.
On Caladan, we ruled with air and sea power.
Dune's Spice Wars, which was originally announced at the Game Awards with nothing but a cinematic trailer, then actually a minute later revealed to be a strategy game, real-time to be specific, with some territory-controlled economic stuff and a lot of wars, of course. This game is also coming to PCs as any other strategy games would do initially, and sometime later this year. Now check this out. This is the only thing we've actually got to see in terms of its gameplay.
God created Arrakis to train the faithful.
Arrakis!
To hold Arrakis. Your face to
Arrakis is our enemy.
This is my future.
This is my honor.
This is my vengeance. This is my doom.
The book talks about how humans visit and discover new, faraway regions of the cosmos. And on what seems to be a still, uneventful planet, they actually come across something that they cannot fully comprehend and classify.
The Invincible is actually a first-person sci-fi thriller kind of game set sometime in the future and on a hostile planet. Now, it's a survival game at its core, probably in the same vein as the Fallout games. What I'm hearing is that this game's got a non-linear structure, and based on your relations, you get different endings. Check it out, this one's coming to consoles and PCs sometime later this year.
Visions that came to life before the digital age, in which spaceships, robots, vehicles, and equipment are all made using analog technology, so heavy, tactile, physical. Yasna, our main character, is a biologist on a scientific expedition reaching the most remote corners of the universe, expanding the reach and knowledge of humanity. Or at least part of it, because in our world, humans are divided, and relation between two factions resemble Cold War realities where open conflict moved to a fierce race of conquering space.
Yasna, speak to me!
He's looking for this. He's...
Yasna, whether she likes it or not, plays a political role in this game. Besides a perceived tension between factions, she has a lot of personal dilemmas to deal with. With The Invincible, our aim is to tell a cinema-like non-linear story, where the choices and decisions that you do impact on how the story evolves.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science.
Back into the strategy games territory, there's XB1 or Eon, combining city building, survival elements and exploration. A space sim, but basically with a lot of management to boot. But damn, does it actually look really good. Personally speaking, super pumped for this one. XB1 actually releases mid to late this year, and into PCs only.
She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence...
We have Stargate Timekeepers, which is a squad-based tactics and set in the Stargate universe. I would say taking inspiration from the likes of Blades of the Shogun, with more twists and turns, of course. Well, here, check it out. Timekeepers actually suspected to be released late 2022 and into PCs via Steam and GOG. Also, here's how the game actually looks like.
I remember the Kartoba, an island in a dune sea. I remember the Guide Stone, the Diamond Shoals, the Sisters of Balcora spinning 100 billion stars, the Song of the Core. I remember opening the gates.
And last but not least, for the real-time strategy fellows, Homeworld 3, which is one of the top 3 oldest franchises dating back to almost 23 years ago, actually one of the most unique games in terms of its gameplay, and here now with a promise to take the genre to a new level of detail. Brand new ships and totally reworked gameplay system, multiplayer included. Now this game has a release date of late 2022, and this is how it actually looks like.
Was it so long ago? No, not so long. But not long enough.